What is going on, everyone? So, we are back with another Dogs of Gotham show. Ah, it is great to be back with everyone. Detective Rand, Detective Marshall, and of course, Mr. Jason Red Capone with us today talking about the some of the Red Hood series and some new things that are coming down the pipeline. It is great to be back. I've been on a hiatus on a special assignment, so I haven't been able to rock with the detectives as much as I wanted to over the last couple of shows. But I am back and ready to rock and roll. As they say in Metropolis, always gone but never far away. So that being said, Mister Rand, catch us up on the lightness and all the things that are going on in Gotham right now.
Well, there's been a few things that dropped down on the pipeline. Of course, for those of you who do not know, Hush 2 premiered about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. So we had Hush 2. As soon as it dropped, I'm at my favorite place, Yester Toys, and I look down and there's there's the Hush set where Hush is over Jason Todd's tombstone and Batman's, rushing for him. So I had to pick it up because my daughter is making me a diamond art of that poster of the Batman family in the Hush motif. So I figure I'm going to put that right above the bed with the statue, make it look nice and legit. Jim Lee and DC went all out for this Hush 2 premiere. They were giving out special certain items. They've already hit eBay. 1K. These are comic books. And I'm just like, are you out of your damn mind? I love my books. I love my comics. I've got the entire run of Batman the Animated Series. I love it, but you know what I mean? I cringe when I have to spend $15 on a comic book. I'm just gonna put it out there. Comics have won, I can remember when they were 25 cents, 35 cents, even $1.25. Now these bad boys are $6.99 to $9.99, upwards to $12.99 for a single comic. Marky Mark and I agree that we love to get the graphic novels as they hit, but at the same time, we know in September, Batman's getting his #1 run again. Batman #1 comes back out. They're reinventing the Batman. And I would love to get a first edition of each of those books, just to say that I have a first run of Batman. You know what I mean? Especially how they're redoing his suit. They're going to put a little tech in it. But I swear to you guys, I long for the days of cape and cowl, a costume, if you will, maybe Kevlar chest, but nothing else. Let's kind of go back to the basics, but that's neither here or there. Batman versus the Yakuza came out. Now, for those of you who have not seen the first one, I was kind of like, oh, okay. I enjoyed the second one a hell of a lot more. The action with that, because anytime that Batman gets to knock around Superman, I love it. I'm sorry, I love it.
Come on. I can't even fathom that.
Look, but he gives you that speech, which is, Batman saying what he says so much about Superman. He's telling, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. He goes into this speech about how Superman is the light of the world, how Superman gives the world hope, and that, certain people will never be able to fill those shoes. And I was just like, well, damn, that's high praise coming from him. You know what I mean? I love that whole aspect of it. Now, of course, we all know that McFarlane has lost the Batman rights to, I think it's Mattel. I think it's Mattel.
Yep.
So they're going to be doing that. It's something with this master license or something like that. I'm learning a lot being in Yes of Toys because there are so many dimensions to these figures. You know, people come in and they go, let me grab a figure real quick. They go, do you see that spot right there? That's not on the original mold. That's something that's, and I'm sitting there looking at them like, do you want to buy the figure or not? I don't understand, you know what I mean, where you're telling me what this is, like I'm supposed to get it and I'm supposed to really kind of care about, does it look cool enough to buy? That's all I'm interested in. Is it cool enough to buy?
Right.
But these guys are teaching me all about the molds of the thing, and you have to look, on certain stuff. But the detail that we had in these McFarlane action figures, I gotta say, blow me away. And I don't know if I remember when Mattel came back out, they had a new Batman and Robin line, and it was the old blue suit with the yellow oval, and Robin and with the old elf boots or shoes on and everything. And I'm like, the figures never really fit in the vehicles and stuff.
Right.
McFarlane, I got the Tumbler, first two-seater Batmobile. And that to me was a big deal. But it's the camouflage version. And I'm wondering, since it's, I know the black one came out, and I was wondering if the black one had 2 seats as well, because I don't have that one. But I mean, I have it when it first came out, when Christian Bale did it. The other 2-seater, of course, is the 66, which to me is still, that's my baby. You know what I mean?
I used to have that one.
Yeah, yeah, you did. But it was just nice to see this new trend. Again, today I picked up a Val Kilmer Batman for Detective Garrett, because Detective Garrett has never wavered when he says who his favorite Batman is. It has always been Val Kilmer. So I was like, okay, let me do that. Other than that, there's another audio drama that's come out for Batman. Of course, you guys know that Marky Mark actually met someone who wrote the continuation to Batman 89. And spoiler alert, it's on Spotify. So if you have a Spotify account, you can listen to this audio drama. And I suggest you do, because it definitely picks up where the movie left off, and it is awesome. Detective Marshall, would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the author, he actually did a panel this past weekend at GalaxyCon Richmond. So we went to the panel. He was talking about this particular, Batman book that he wrote. It is between Batman 1989 and Batman Returns. So it's still just Michael Keaton as Batman. And, he couldn't do certain things because it has to fall in that same timeline where, I asked, hey, do you plan on bringing in, Robin or anything like that? And he says, they had plans to introduce him anyway. He's probably going to have it because he has the new story already set up for part 2 of that continuation. And if you bought the book, he was signing and everything like that. I had actually purchased the book, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So he gave me a signed poster and a signed bookmark for the book. So I was thankful that I got all of that. He was really cool to talk to. He's also written in Star Wars and in other genres as well. So he was a pleasure to listen to. I think I have a business card or something about him as well. And I can't wait to actually read that book. It is on Amazon Audible. So if you have an Audible account, it's just 1 credit and you can get that book. And that's one thing I did as well. So I can also listen to it while I'm doing other things. It can just play in the background. So I can't wait. I just have a little bit of time before I can actually get into that. that book, and then I will be getting the other one. It comes out in October of this year, and I probably give you a few minutes. I'm going to go get that poster so I can show you what the next one is that's coming up after that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why we didn't get a poster as well.
I was just going to say that. Where's my
you know
poster?
what it is? You know what it is? Because he moved to Gotham,
Yeah,
being a metropolis, a son of metropolis.
yeah. It's funny too, yeah, because he was just. I mean, I got mine signed, so that was the one thing. He had a few on his table, but he was a real cool guy. I can't complain. He was nice
Well,
to talk to.
I'm hoping that you find that card because I would love to get him on the show.
Yeah.
I would love to get him on the show. But that's all the hubbub that I have that's on the streets right now. I am working on getting us badges for Raleigh. If not for Raleigh, we will definitely have them for THC. So THC is where we started the Court of Owls, and I think anything that we do that's always going to be in that mythos of dark, dangerous, and I mean Gotham is a dangerous place, so any type of psychopath, we'll do, all except for the Riddler. I'm sorry, the Riddler just doesn't cut it anymore as a psychopath.
I mean, you bring that up. His hush is fantastic, though. So I'm excited about it.
You know what? I forgot about that. I forgot that was the whole puppet master of him that that shows his books. But Red has something. I'm telling you, guys. The next time he does a table read, he's already invited us. Mm-hmm. The next time he does a table read, you have to go. And now, just word of the wise, I need you to bring you an earpiece, because as they're doing that, you can kick your favorite Batman soundtrack like I was doing. And I'm sitting there eating it up like, I got Batman, the soundtrack playing right here, right? And, I did the Danny Elfman 89, and then I would switch off a little bit and do some animated stuff. But, I mean, because his story hits on so many key points throughout that whole DC universe. So, Red, tell us about it.
Which part? Do you want to talk about the episode I just dropped, or the teaser we're about to show, or season 2 production? What do you want?
No, I mean, you want to start with your teaser? We can start with your teaser. You want to start with? Okay, so wait a minute, my fault. Okay, so how would you like to do this? Do you want me to play the first one and then come back to it, or try to play them just back to back so they get a whole feel of it?
If we could do back to back, that would be good. But I will say this takes place in season 2. This is episode 3, scene 11. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, nice. Just give me a second here.
I did cut the spoilers out, so y'all don't see too much.
No, but it's. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I feel like I get a special pass type deal, I'm like I'm on the inside track of this stuff, and I'm getting it, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, and
you get a tester version that you get to kind of see different stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting there geeking out with it, and then I want to say something. I'm like, oh, I need to wait. I need to hold off before I say anything because I don't know, what the situation is. But here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to run this, and then just at the end of it, I'm going to try to pop up the second one so we can get that straight into it. But here we go.
There's no audio.
Calvis, you're muted.
Brings me back to the pandemic.
All right, now I'm sharing screen and audio. I'm sorry. All right, here we go.
It's okay.
We're gonna There we go. Here we go. What
Nope.
the hell? Oh. Might help if I unmute the scene itself.
Yeah, that might help a
Yeah.
little.
Let's okay. Now let's try it.
There we go. So do I get my phone call now or later? Who the hell are you supposed to be?
District Attorney Harvey Dent. Quite the rap sheet, Mr. Todd. Petty theft in your youth, murder as an adult. To add to that, aggravated assault to not one but two officers. And you resisted arrest?
You could very well get 8 years in prison just for those last two. Mayor Cobblepot thinks you should be locked away in Waikiki for all the crimes you committed.
I can already tell I'm not gonna like you.
I'll take it from here, Harvey.
You better not be protecting this psycho, Jim.
You mean like how Penguin's protecting your ass?
What the hell did you
Harvey,
say?
that's enough.
Shit, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
What the hell was that about? Was it bad enough you assaulted some of my officers? Now you have to go antagonize the DA?
Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, you can't be serious. Penguin is practically running this city now, and you're just gonna sit there and act like I'm the problem? Oh, and by the way, just so you know.
Okay. Now that was part one.
That was a bad cut in between. Oops.
That's on me because I haven't fully got everything I wanted, but I can guarantee you after this week we will be fully up and running and really hitting something hard. So here is part two, guys.
Last is dirty. He moonlights for Falcone. Of course you know that. Half of your men are corrupt, which makes me wonder, why the hell are you still commissioner?
Do you ever stop talking?
I mean, I would say only when I'm asleep, but my past girlfriends say otherwise. So I guess I'll shut up when I'm dead.
What is he doing? Whatever it is, I don't like it. Stand down.
Unless you want to end up like Roman Siones, I suggest you step aside and let me leave.
He's a psycho.
Psycho with a gun?
Yes, stand down.
That ain't gonna happen.
Flask, stand down.
Not a chance, Commish. Stand down, Flash.
Smart. Flash is dirty. He moves.
Oh.
See, I don't want to see the rest of it though. So
Right?
Yeah,
I know,
like-
right? So you have all this stuff, you have Flask in there. I'm imagining that other guy is Bullock.
It is, yep.
Yeah. Commissioner Gordon, Harvey Dent, the throwing of the coin.
Yeah,
Stuff
that was a
there.
nice little touch of the coin. I was like, oh.
Thank you.
So,
I was so intentional with every shot of Harvey, or almost every shot. We got his reflection in the two-way mirror, symbolizing his transformation into Two-Face.
That's cool.
Thank you.
So I gotta say, overall, I like Detective Marshall said. That's something I would love to see the rest of. I can't wait to see how it turns out. That's like one of those. It's almost like you're our dealer at this point. You've given us a little taste. It's like here's a little bit of it, and then now we're coming back. Please, sir, may I have some more? So,
That is funny.
Red, fantastic job, my man.
Thank you.
I would say that in that aspect, if we're ever looking for a grand owl to make an appearance, I might know a guy who might be interested.
Oh yes,
I'm sure you
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, look, this is one of the things. So let me debut this live now that we've all come together, and we've got this thing called Vigilantes and Villains, where we're pulling, you know, for a cosplay group. The Grand Owl is definitely there. I am working on my Arkham Azrael. And I'm telling you, man, the more I see stuff, the more I keep adding to this thing. And I'm just like, at first it was like, all you need is these couple pieces, you're good. And I'm like, no, I want this to be a little bit darker. I want this to be, after watching your stuff, I want to make this character my own now. I just don't want him to be this copy of this guy. I want to make this character my own. So not to push, too far from original, but that's what I'm doing. And of course, Marky Mark is dabbling his toe in cosplay. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, if I got to buy a jacket and a helmet, if he don't play John Spartan soon, I'm gonna be a little irritated.
you think he can be John Spartan?
Oh, he can pull John Spartan for real.
Yeah. We'll see.
You know what I mean? So we have that new group. It's live now, guys. We'll be pushing out most of that content. Jason is an admin. I refer to Jason as Red, so he's on the team. All of us are there. We're all admins on that page. We're looking for like-minded people to come in to cosplay. That is essential. This is not the sit by the wayside and everything else, because we do plan on doing events and conventions
Right.
under that banner. It'll be powered by Geek Fandoms NC and the Cosmic Portal, but it'll be under the V&V banner, and we're just to have fun with it. Now, we gravitate towards DC, but that does not necessarily mean you have to be a DC character.
Right.
We love the anti-heroes. So if you're more prone to that, more power to you. But of course, we still love the tried and true Superman, and so forth, Green Lanterns, Flashes. McFarlane was having a sale on The Flash.
Yep.
It was Ezra Miller's Flash for $7. You got this nice big statue-esque thing. I have one of Michael Keaton, and I have one of Black Adam. And let me tell you, well, not really. I say statue because he don't move. He don't.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that we wanted to do to kind of promote, and it helps out with what Red is doing and what we're doing here, because we would love to interview more cosplayers. For those of you who are watching this show and thinking, yeah, that'd be great. Yes, this is a DC thing. We would love to, anything DC in that realm, the Detectives of Gotham would love to do. And if you're a Batman fan or in the Batman family, that is something we would love to do, interviewing you and bring you on. But now that the promo is out of the way, You've got your nice little background going there with all the stuff that you got
Oh,
on.
you noticed this now?
Yeah, I noticed that. I was sitting there, guys. Check him out. So he's keeping up with us now. Look at it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There's another 3 rows above, but you can't see it because the camera only goes so far. But that's like one. I can't even say 1% of what I have. I have literally every single comic he's ever been in or got on the cover of, or his own series or whatever. Yeah, I'm a completionist. So
Aren't we all though?
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
definitely.
So tell us a little bit more. I mean, you set the scene up. What's next for Red?
Oh man. So believe it or not, this past weekend we actually filmed that entire interrogation scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a quick turnaround. I edit very quickly because I have a short amount of storage on my phone, which is what we use to film on. And so I have to make sure I edit the scenes really quickly and then put all the cuts of it on a thumb drive so it's not holding up space on my phone. But so the interrogation room we actually built ourselves. It was the first we built the wall with the two-way mirror. It was the first set we actually built. The place we filmed inside of was a trailer at a church in Chesapeake, and we just split the room in half. We put the wall there. We guessed the size of the width of the room so we could just separate it evenly. And I'll tell you, that is the most expensive set we've ever built / paid for. Just the plexiglass for the two-way mirror was $45. With the mirror film, that was another 10, so it was $55. What we used to actually build the wall were insulation boards, which we already had in the garage. And then we had just leftover paint we just put together. And then the table and the 2 chairs my parents owned, so I just threw them in there. But yeah, that was really cool. I one of my actors, Commissioner Gordon, actually, he leaned against the wall thinking it was wood, and it wanted to fall over. And I was like, "Sir, you need to be careful. That will snap in two. Those things are not made that well." And yeah, I mean, if we tricked him, I guess we'll trick the audience too, which is a good thing. Let me think. We film more this weekend, next week, 2 weekends from this weekend, the end of the month. We have more filming next. I mean, we're going to be filming till possibly the end of July now, because we've had a certain actors' work schedules / life schedules has pushed us back with certain scenes, and then like Commissioner Gordon's moving to Philadelphia, so we've had to fast track all of his scenes to get done like now. And April 19th is the last day we're filming with him. Hopefully, there's a chance he might be in Philadelphia signing paper for his house, and I'm really hoping that doesn't happen because the 19th is the only day that works for all the GCPD actors. And I have a ton of scenes, as Cal knows because he's at the table read. I have a ton of scenes with the GCPD, and they're all together. And it's very difficult to fake something like that when it's a giant, the main room of the precinct with all the computers and stuff. You see everybody in a few wide shots. You see everybody in a few medium shots of them just standing next to each other, like the medium shots of Flass and Bullock just now in the scene we just showed. It's going to be very difficult to fake that, and I'm kind of stressed out. But, we'll make it work. And then on the topic of Two-Face, well, Harvey Dent, the coin he flipped in that teaser is actually a replica of the one that Christopher Nolan had in the movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is it? Hang on here because I gotta pull it through from its case. I gotta get it out of its case here. So I actually have the one of the replicas myself.
Oh, yep, that's just like mine. Yeah, that's so cool.
And this one is metal.
Yeah, ours is metal too. Yeah, did yours come with the movie or did you just get it separately?
This was actually a gift from Detective Rand.
Oh, nice.
This was a gift, and I will tell you right now, it stays in a case in a glass jar with some other things I don't want to get messed up, but.
Smart.
I thought I'd recognize. I was like, it was really nice because the way it flipped, I was like, I know how that flips. So,
Yep, you do.
this is a very very valuable piece to me. It may not be valuable in monetary, but as far as sentimental,
Hmm.
It is very valuable to me. So yeah, I love this coin.
Yeah, it is really cool. Until we filmed that scene, we actually just kept it in the case that it was shown in almost all of our Batcave scenes, because it was kind of funny. It was just a happy accident. I never planned this at all, but all the trophies you see in our Batcave sets are actually villains or main villains in season 2. So we have like a penguin statue that's supposed to represent one of the penguin soldiers from the Danny DeVito army he had with the little like rocket backpacks.
Oh,
And then
nice.
we had it actually lights up too. It was a Christmas decoration I got at Walmart for like $1. It was really cool. But then we had a Joker card and a little case, and then Two Faces coin. Why Batman has Two Faces coin before Harvey becomes Two Face, I have no idea. But it's a cool tease nonetheless.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. The imagination you came up with, and this is Earth 222, right?
Yes, sir. You helped me with
And
that one.
I love, because I was really kind of hurt when James Gunn rebooted the DC universe and then just wiped everything out, because when I see an animated Batman, or when I see a Batman, except for when I see Ben, I hear Ben. But when I see any other Batman and Val Kilmer, those are the only two. There's something about Kilmer's voice, the way he, especially when he told Chase, he goes, "The bat signal is not a beeper." You know what I mean? That I hear Kevin Conroy.
Right.
And his last thing that he did, of course, was the Suicide Squad movie. I mean, not movie, but video game.
Mhm.
And I bought it. Haven't cracked it open, but I bought it because Kevin Conroy, that was one of his last things. But that last scene in Crisis on Infinite Earths, where he goes, I care, Joker. And if I'm going to go out, I want to go out like this, being Batman. And that's when the thing takes him. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Love that.
Just erasing all that, just didn't sit well with me. You know what I mean?
Like James Gunn is the anti-monitor, like
right. At this point he is.
Totally is. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Don't get me wrong. He's intrigued me enough for the Superman movie, because this is the first time that you get to see Superman, spitting out blood, and the man calls his dog to drag him home. That is some serious stuff.
Poor Crypto.
You know what I mean? Home, boy, home. I'm like, well, damn, I need to know who knocked you into the dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, as a DC fan, of course, I'm going to see it. I'm going to root for it because I am DC. But I gotta tell you, the shows that I like that Marvel is producing now, Daredevil, the new Punisher that's getting ready to drop, no one's watching. No one seems to care about these shows. And I'm like, these are good shows. So I'm really skeptical for DC, because, the moment something DC hits, everybody just shits on it.
Yeah, they hate on it.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Automatically, they just shit on, oh, it's too dark. It's too this. DC is dark. We can't all be happy-go-lucky Marvel people. Yeah, we're happy.
Sunshine and rainbows and golden gods.
Now, if anything, give me more Deadpool. I went out and bought a Deadpool shirt at Walmart. It's got Deadpool riding a unicorn. I couldn't help myself, because that last movie was such a great movie. It was such a great movie. And I'm like I said, I'm wishing the best for DC, but animated wise, DC has always kicked ass. It has never stopped. Never stopped kicking ass. And that's, like I said, when you said what you did with yours, I was like, man, that is just so great. This is one of the reasons why we asked you to join us. You know what I mean? Because
thank you.
I love hearing how you wanted to make this one universe, and you gave me actually something to do, because now I've started my own thing, and I said, I want you to direct this 5-minute thing that I want to do. So I don't care if it's a year from now. I don't care if it's 2 years from now. When you get free, just know there's a project lined up for you to do.
Definitely.
Because, and I don't mind, when we get stuff in the shop, I'll call you up. Hey, look, I got this Joker this, or I got this Riddler that. You might want to, you know what I mean? You might want to get this. You might, all right, whatever. We'll work out the details later. I'll pick it up. That's what I've been doing. I haven't seen anything super cool from Marky Mark yet, Superman wise. We keep getting in the Christopher Reeve stuff, and it looks great. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm hearing they're getting ready to relaunch something. So it might be like Christopher Reeve with Zod, Non, and Ursa.
Oh wow!
All in a gift pack. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how true it is. Because the guys, the big dogs come in and they start talking, and I'm sitting there like, oh really? Oh, interesting. I'm sitting back and I'm just absorbing all this, and then I'm like, guys, this is what I heard. Da, 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 da.
Yep.
But these guys know. Jim was telling me about the price points, like where we're getting these figures at $24.99 at Walmart, $24.98. Walmart gets them for $11.
Oh man!
All day long, they're getting them for $11. That's why they can put them, on the shelf, and then you see them in clearance, and even when they're in clearance, they go from 24 to like 13, 14. Mm-hmm. They're still making, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So it's just crazy how much you learn, being around that sort of thing. So, but this is our time to clean up. This is our time to get our little things. I can't remember. Did you bring in your villains lair for 1966? Was that you?
No, I kept that one. I brought in the Batcave and
I remember that. Yeah. I got scooped for it, but the villains lair is there, and I remember me having my villains, and I was like, man, I gotta really, because now my room has shifted because Star Wars is on its way out, and Batman is back on his way in. Slowly but surely, each shelf is getting more dedicated to DC, except for the Mandalorian shelf. But everything else seems to be, Batman this or, Star Trek that now. But we're living in a great time because now all this next summer isn't it this year, right? Superman
is this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the year that we start off seeing hopefully some real good stuff. I mean, Batman versus Yakuza was really tight. I really love that. Animated wise, again, they've always been on point, but live action wise, I would love to see somebody finally come out and be like, DC is not that bad. Let's stop all this stupid stuff. But I think us as a collective group, I think we stopped all the, basically complaining about these movies unless they're really sucky, because there's nothing to really watch.
We definitely heard the haterade.
There's nothing really to watch. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't see a need. When I see something, if the trailer doesn't grab me, I'm not interested anymore. Seeing Superman spit out blood and call his dog was like, okay, you got my attention, Mr. Gunn. Because I need to know what did that to him. You know what I mean? And, how stupid was he to fall for it? I want to know.
I mean,
this is Superman.
And even though he's not my favorite person right now, I am kind of looking forward to Peacemaker season 2.
Oh yeah.
Let me start by saying I hate John Cena as a wrestler.
Yes.
Not that he can't wrestle. It's just the whole rapping and thugonomics and all that stupid shit. And the fact that my son looked up to this moron, but he's a good role model for kids. I have to give it to him. I can't take that away from him. Peacemaker, I was ready to shit on this show. I could not do it. It was so funny.
It's a good show.
This show was so funny. I couldn't do it. I actually like Peacemaker.
and I watched an interview today. They're actually turning it up
Oh
twofold from what it was in season one. They're like it's a bigger production, it's longer sequences, there's more characters, there's a whole new like storyline. So they're really doubling down on the Peacemaker like hype that was a couple of years ago. So I'm really kind of looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with it.
Real quick though, what you guys think of Creature Commandos?
I love that show.
I got to get back to finish watching it. I love what I've seen of it so far. I love what I've seen. I just got to get back and finish watching it.
That's a really good show.
Red.
And I think it's going to tie in some way to Peacemaker. So
yeah, it's got to. It's got to. Red, you seen it, right?
You got to watch it. It's good.
You've been directing and writing, and I forgive you. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Watch that show, because I'm sitting there going, I think it was the same way with Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. Why are you even doing this? This Creature, come on. And the only thing that really bugged me was the fact that Rick Flag Sr. is James Gunn. I don't know what it is about people wanting to look like these characters and then putting yourselves into it. As a writer, I get it, but I totally disguise myself in a avatar. But Rick Flag looks like James Gunn, and I'm just like, okay, as long as you don't do they need to go to prom stuff, I'll be fine. I love the violence in it. I'm just gonna say that's what I loved about Black Adam.
I mean,
this guy's going around killing people.
They did a really good job of giving the backstory of all the characters in the show without making it too preachy. It was, a little bit to say why they were in the maximum security prison. And I enjoyed the way they did that. So that was great.
Yep,
and
Weasel.
I can't wait to see where it goes next.
I never liked that. Weasel. I was like, this character is the stupidest character. And then James Gunn did something that made me go,
I felt the same way about the Weasel, and even
that poor guy.
What is it? Robot?
The robot. GI Robot.
GI Robot. That's my favorite.
Hilarious.
Are we going to kill some Nazis now? We're going to go. It's like, what?
Red, when you get a chance, you need to watch that show. When you get a chance, I know you're busy. It's on Max. You got plenty of time. Watch the show. I mean, it.
Definitely.
It's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Yes.
Is it
Go ahead.
Sorry, is it as good as Invincible?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's better than Invincible.
I kind of think so too.
Yeah, it's better than Invincible.
It's got to be ridiculous, but yeah, I think it's better than Invincible.
It is the animated version of The Boys.
Oh God,
Okay.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh God, yeah. And they just don't care. They just,
just like Boys and Gen V, like where they whatever they want to say and whatever they want to do, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
That's Creature Commandos, only animated.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and they bring back Waller, so now she's going to be in the new DC universe. She's going to be there because he said that the people that are voicing the characters are going to also be the live action parts of those characters. They're not going to kind of split it all up because they don't want to confuse anybody anymore. And
Viola Davis,
right? Yeah, she's just I love her as Waller.
Yes,
I just love her as Waller. Your Waller is pretty tight too now.
Yeah, thank you. She's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. But all right, guys, we've rambled on long enough. It's time to hit the streets. See what foul villainy is out there. Red. The best thing about this is I get to sit here and we get to talk, what's new in DC here on this channel. An NC Chapters, a Geek Fandom NC original, powered by the Portal, of course, but it's it's always a pleasure to get with you gentlemen and talk DC. That's my heart. That's where I want to do. Portal Talk can handle all the Marvel stuff. We'll push that over there. You know what I mean? But the Dogs of Gotham, as it stands, this is where I love to be. I cannot tell you how I am like sitting there at the end of the day at Yester Toys, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get with the boys tonight. I gotta hurry up, grab my stuff, get everything ready, da 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 da. And it never fails that maybe 30, 40 minutes before the show, we need to do this real quick. Yeah. Okay, I got a show, but okay, we're gonna do this real quick, and it's never real quick.
No,
But
Never.
no, never. But
and like we said, on the echo chamber, everything we do here is going to be FNE, fresh, new, and exciting.
Oh God, yeah.
Always. That's what you'll be able to expect from us from this day forward. FNE, fresh, new, and exciting. It's never going to be stale and dull or the same repeat monotone stuff every single week or whatever. It will always be, up to date, up to speed, and up to snuff.
This Thursday, that's today.
Tomorrow.
Thursday.
Thank God. And my days are blurred together, man. All I know is I get up, go to work, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you don't have to go to work tomorrow. So now my brain is like, hey, wait a minute. Reset. Tomorrow, we have a seat at the table. This is us coming together in our fandom. Red, you will be representing your company and what you're doing production-wise. Marky Mark, the DC reviewer. Geek Fandoms NC, the seat is always open, sir. If something comes up, I totally understand. And I, of course, will be representing the Cosmic Portal, but if my main man can't make it, I'll be representing both of us while we're there. We're just going to shoot the shit. I will send out invites to certain people, and they can. Oh, Taco Cat will be joining us. Taco Cat, I see you there tomorrow, 9 p.m. our time. I think it's like 6 p.m. your time.
Yeah.
We will be talking sort of like a get together that we used to do on another channel, but this will be done once a month where we're brainstorming and talking about our particular clubs, what's going on in the clubs, what's going on next. And if there's a topic to throw out there, that's what we'll do. The show lasts for 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes max, enough for everybody to rebel off what they're doing. And if there's any open business, we'll discuss it. Sort of like the mobsters gathering at the table. And that's what we're doing. Familia. Joining together in fandom. Familia. So, guys, I will see you in 2 weeks? If something comes up, we'll reschedule it. But we're looking around the 16th of April. Again, if something comes up, we'll reschedule, get together to do something else. Matter of fact, Jason, I think you'll be filming.
I might be, yeah.
Yeah. So let's kick that one more. Let's do 3 weeks and come back in 3 weeks' time.
Okay.
Give you a chance, because I don't want you rushing. I don't want you feeling like you're stressed, because I know how you'll get. You're like, oh, the dogs are going to go on. We haven't finished this. We got to edit that. I don't want you doing that. So we'll come back and we'll come back in around the 23rd of April, and we'll have some more news for you guys. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Garrett, take us out, sir.
Yes, sir. So listen, guys, as always, there's villainy and crime afoot in Gotham. While we're on the streets, you better beware. Until next time, we'll be watching.